Are you a single woman who's looking to get into a relationship with a good man, but you're just having a really tough time finding that man? I hopefully am going to give you some clarity on how to actually attract the kind of man that you want to attract, the man of your dreams, high value, successful, masculine, all the above. And I want to tell you about some of the mistakes you might be making in your dating life right now. By the way, my name is Aaron. I have a private community called Always Attracting where I help ambitious women unlock their full potential and attract the kind of partner that they actually want to attract. Let's get right to it, okay? So imagine there are two different women, okay? Two examples of two different women. Let's say there's woman one, okay? And then there's woman two. Now, for this example, woman number one is, you know, pretty negative, okay? So she sees life in more of a negative slash pessimistic way, okay? And so this woman, the way she looks at dating is that dating is hard, exhausting, no good men in my city. Does this sound familiar? It might. Okay, so that's girl number one. And then woman number two, she's more of a optimist, but also a realist. Okay? Dating is fun. She sees dating as something that's fun. She sees it as a skill that you can get better at. Okay? It's exciting. And there are amazing men in my city. Now, for the purpose of this example, these two women, okay, let's just pretend they look exactly the same. Okay, and she's wearing a little dress too. Okay, let's pretend they look exactly the same. They grew up in the same neighborhood. They live in the exact same place. Maybe they drive the exact same car. They could even have the same job. It doesn't matter. That stuff is irrelevant. What I want you to know here, or what I want you to understand, is that your attitude towards the world will determine the world's attitude towards you. In other words, if you see the world in a negative way and you're pessimistic, always thinking about the worst case scenario, thinking that dating is hard, going into it with this mindset of like, oh my God, here we go again. I'm going to go on another date. It's probably going to be horrible. Thinking it's exhausting and you think there's no good men in the city. Guess what starts to happen? There's something called a self-fulfilling prophecy. And this goes back to the idea that you create your reality. Reality is a mirror of what you have in the inside of your mind and your heart and your spirit. If I truly believe that there are no good partners in my city, if I truly believe that, what's going to happen is that this story is going to come true repeatedly, time and time again, because I have certainty that there are no good partners in my city. So I am going to find examples of why that's true so I can feel good about the story that I tell myself every single day. I might go on a date and unconsciously sabotage the date because in my head, there are no good men in the city. So if I have the mindset, let's say for me, right, as someone that's intentionally dating, let's say if I believe that in my city, which is a metropolis sort of city, that there are no good single women in my city, I might go on a date, and if I notice that she's really cool and really smart and really funny and she's great, the unconscious side of me will find something about her that's not good and bring that side out. And I won't be able to get that out of my head because in my head, there are no good women in this city. So she can't be a good woman if there's none. So the whole point, and I'm exaggerating my point here so you can understand, be careful about the stories that you truly believe. And this is not just in dating. This is about who you are as a person. If you think that making money is hard, guess what? It's going to be hard for you. If you think that you're not worth it, if you're not worth somebody's time, that's like your belief, then you're going to represent yourself in that sort of way. If you think that you're not a fit person, no matter how much you go to the gym, you're always going to end up being unfit. Now let's go to example 2, which is ideally where we want to get to. If you're here, my goal is to push you here because this is a lot more fun. I've been the person on this side, the negative, pessimistic person that sees life as an exhausting thing. But now I'm at a point where I'm way more optimistic about life. I'm not naive. I'm realistic. For me, I look at things that I'm not good at as challenges to improve at because everything is a skill at the end of the day. Dating is a skill and it should be fun. And remember that if you're just getting into dating, it's only going to get easier. It's only going to get better. So this woman thinks dating is fun. It's exciting. When she goes on a date, she doesn't know what to expect. It could be great. Even if it's not great, she's learning something about what she doesn't like. So everything is feedback to get her to the point where she knows what she likes and knows what she doesn't like at the same time. Because you have to see what you don't like to be able to enjoy what you do in the world, if that makes sense. There are amazing men in my city. This is not to say that every single man in my city is amazing. It's impossible. But there are amazing people. Anywhere you go, you could live in a farm town and there are going to be amazing people there. You could live in New York City, in Manhattan, there are going to be amazing people there. Funny thing is, the matchmaking job that I work for, a lot of the guys have a similar mindset. The city that I live in, it's really tough to date. It's a really tough economy. It's a really hard place. Like, it's hard to meet good women here. And I've heard men in all different cities around America say the same thing. So it's a mentality. It's an attitude. So I would really recommend that if you're this sort of woman, that you start to adopt these principles, change your thoughts to get here. And if you're this woman, well, keep it up because you're on the right path. And if you want to be around a community of other women that are thinking like this, that are focused on getting better at dating, focused on actually becoming a better version of themselves, a more higher value woman so that they can attract more higher value men, if that's who you see yourself as, or that's what you want to become, and you want to be coached by me, well, click the link in my bio because I have a community called Always Attracting, and I actually help women unlock their full potential, get better, become better versions of themselves. I will push you as a coach and as a guide to be able to get to this point because I know what successful men look for. I've had 6,000 conversations, if not more, with really successful men, and they've told me exactly what they're looking for in a partner, and I can teach you those things. Okay? Anyways, if you like this video, save it, send it to a friend, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. All right, peace.